look pretty good, right?
I was looking at those clips they were showing, and we have not changed.
Creepy. Give me my uniform right now. I didn't fit in that thing.
Mine is hanging downstairs. I can go get it.
Well, welcome. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really glad to have you here.
Are you related to Gregory Peck by any chance?
Not that I know of. Sorry.
I could do Gregory Peck. Scout.
You walked right into that.
Yeah,
You did.
I'm going to get one.
What do you name Peck, didn't you? Scout. Jim.
You see what I had to put up with? Now you're getting a glimpse.
I'd like to ask you a couple questions. And to start off, since we're looking at how the characters really drive the stories in Star Trek, I'd like to hear from you about your characters, what you think the sort of core essence of your characters were. Who were they?
Who were they? You tell me. I didn't watch the show. Well, you know, I think basically, speaking for myself, or should I tell them who you are?
Yes, please do.
She was new, she was now, she was pop, she was what's happening.
Data.
And I, on the other hand, do you remember the multiple techniques?
I'll never forget that. Fully functional.
3 speeds.
Every girl should have one.
And some good.
You started it, baby.
Yeah. Was that your question, by the way?
I was going to get to that.
Yeah. You were aware. But you know, Data was a blank canvas. He started as, you know, the proverbial blank canvas, and as an actor, it was a really good job because I got to paint on that canvas and kind of fill it in. I remember we had a director on the 3rd episode who said to me, we were all signed to do 7 years. Some of us did, some of us didn't.
I did a lot. I did a lot. Not to work.
But this director said to me, if this show goes 7 years,
It was 6, wasn't it? I
The
signed a
contract?
6 year. You're forgetting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got more than me.
Well,
Oh, now?
yeah.
Okay.
No, it was that renegotiation for the 7th year.
Okay.
That,
Yeah, I wasn't
to
there
change.
for that.
Yeah. But the guy said to me, you are going to be so unhappy doing this show. You are just going to be miserable because you don't have any emotion. There's nothing you can play. You just are a blank. And I thought, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's a small canvas, but I get to paint every corner of it. And
of course you met Tasha Yar.
and I met Tasha Yar. And the rest, ladies and gentlemen, is history. But so it wasn't complicated. He was, I mean, Gene Roddenberry initially said, he's Pinocchio. He's the little boy who wants to grow up and be a man. And just wanted to, the idea that I got to experience the whole gamut of human experience made it a great part to play.
Thank you. Denise.
It's so wonderful you say Pinocchio. You mentioned Pinocchio because in The Naked Now, which we're talking about,
We constantly talking about it.
And I constantly talk about it, because it was the highlight of my acting career. Well, you know, but you were. I would look at you in that scene, and I couldn't really look at you because I would laugh hysterically. But you were playing Pinocchio. In my mind, you were Pinocchio. And I don't know what I was, you know, I was just this ravishing, you know, I Dream of Jeannie-esque, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whose idea that was to dress you.
Bill Tice, you know.
Costume designer.
This was an extraordinary, you know, outfit that I was glued on.
Tell us more about this outfit.
Okay, so Bill Tice was our costume designer for The Next Generation, who had also done the original series. So Gene, you know, Gene Roddenberry had a loyalty to certain people and employed a number of them from the original series. So he was a very interesting character. So this is 1986, 87, we're doing this, and he had done the 60s version of, you know, the classic Trek, and he still had sort of like, I almost feel like there were costume ideas that he didn't get to do back then that he was, you know, finally said, okay, you know, I can do it now. Because this outfit was like crazy. It was like, oh my God, I look at the pictures now and I go, really? What? And I had to walk on the set, which was all male, by the way, the entire crew, with a bathrobe on over this. And, you know, I got to take the bathrobe off now because I got to go to work. And I take the bathrobe off. And the whole crew is like, boing, boing. And Brent is, you know, we always supported each other as actors. We always had each other's back. And he was just, I know how to play this. Let's go, baby.
I just remember in my head thinking, ding, ding.
I know. It was totally, it was my best I Dream of Jeannie, which I had grown up watching, so I totally knew how to play the role, you know.
I think Bill Tice did I Dream of Jeannie too.
Really? No. Okay.
Hi, guys.
So you both played...
Trekkies.
You both played very iconic characters in Next Generation. And obviously, these people agree. All the rest of Star Trek, though. If you couldn't have played yourself, your character, is there any character in Star Trek who you would like to have played?
Well, let me think. There was one man I always wanted to be. Ian McKellen. I had to do it. And hopefully he won't see this.
Denise? Anyone at all?
Well, there was one man who I always wanted to be.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, Data. Hello. Thank you. I think we should push on.
Honestly, if you get to play Data, really? Is there another character you would want to play? It just was such a sweet part to play, and the opportunity was so vast, and the writers were so generous to me and gave me so many different things to play and do. And I haven't forgotten you over there. Don't worry. You need to see the whole face, not just the profile. Because the profile ain't so good. Anyway,
So a big part of Star Trek is exploring the human condition, what it means to be human. Could you maybe, Denise, talk about how your character, her story arc did that?
Well, Tasha Yar had an extraordinary background, of course, you know, from a failed Earth colony, Turkana 4. Yeah, I know that. Are you impressed? I know that. Turkana 4. So, what I loved was that she was this, you know, survivor. This woman who, against all odds, could, you know, achieve the heights of her dreams from such a background, and that's always heroic to me. You know, in real life, I mean, those are the people I root for in my personal life. Are the people who, you know, have these incredible odds that they have to fight against and stacked against, and they reach the greatness from that. And
Donald Trump, right?
Right. The opposite of. Right. So Tasha Yar was the opposite of Donald Trump. And that's what makes her so great. She is running for the U.S. President of the United States. Yeah, sounds
I like
good.
it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, seriously, that, you know, okay.
I'm serious.
That's all good. I mean, you know, that was inspiring to me, was that, and that gave me a foothold to play, and for an actor, that gave me great material to come from, springboard from.
Thank you. So we talked about this a little earlier, but I would like to hear from each of you why you think Star Trek is still going so strong 50 years later.
Well, again, you know what? I don't really know. I'm not going to say it again. The joke only works the first time and the 10th time. So maybe you could ask me 9 more times. No, I think again, I feel that we live in a very precarious time where everybody, and we have for a while, I mean, probably, how long, but we're always wondering if the species is going to survive. We're destroying the planet right now. We're at war with people all over the planet. And I think everybody's worried. And I think they have been for some time, whether we're going to survive and our children are going to survive and their children are going to even happen. And I think something like Star Trek gives you the hope that there will be a future, and it will be a good future, and it will be exciting, and it'll be, we'll fix some of the problems that exist right now, and we'll be more respectful of each other, and there'll be a prime directive where we don't mess with other people, and we let them live the world they want to live. And I think it speaks to that on one level, and then on another level, it's action-adventure. And who doesn't like that, you know?
And it contains a crew that you identify with, you know, that is constant in an ever-changing environment. You know, so you relate to, you know, you get involved with these people, you invest in these characters, and they take you along the journey. And it talks about all these things that, you know, are on our minds daily. These issues that, you know, we're as the human race right now, we're in constant conversation with, in flux with. We want to know. We're asking ourselves this. We're asking each other this, and it poses those questions, and that's the beauty of it. Guys,
Yeah.
We know there is the most symbiotic relationship I have learned with fans and a TV show that is unlike anything else. It was born through Star Trek, it evolved through Star Trek, and continues to do so, many generations forward. So I want to thank each and every one of you.
Go ahead.
John, Cindy, Bob, Joe, Louie, Veronica, all of you, Kathy, everyone.
Exactly.
We are grateful and we are honored to be here.
Right. And may I say one other thing?
Yes. One thing. Only one. Now. Right now. And
what I want to say is, you know, there are a lot of people who love Star Trek and embrace it, and then there are other people who kind of find it silly. And in fact, it is both of those things, and it's always been both of those things. So I think the beauty of Star Trek is that it is both profound and ridiculous all at the same time. And, but for those people who find it just silly, I think at this point in history, they have to look at it and go, 50 years, half a century, there must be something going on here. And they have to take another look at it and kind of evaluate, wait a minute, why have so many people enjoyed this for so long? And what's even better about it, we were part of a giant epic, the best entertainment ever on television. I mean, it's just huge epic, and including the films. And it shows no signs of slowing down. It's going to be 100 years at some point, and Denise and I will be here looking exactly the same.
We will. Mark our word. I want you all here in 50 years from now.
But you know,
Brent and I will be here.
And we will
3 speeds.
But we have, you know, there's a new movie coming out in August, I believe. There's a new series starting on CBS. Yeah, it goes on and on and on, and hopefully it'll go on forever, and I think it will.
Yeah, I do too.
We're here.
I do too.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you all.